Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today is a bit different, a bit special. Just taking ownership of one of these DJI Pocket 2 exclusive combo in sunset white. So this is a piece of kit, go right here, that I have wanted for quite a while. And finally there was a good promotion on Lazada recently. It was October the 10th. In Thailand they like to run promotions on like January the 1st, February the 2nd, March the 3rd, etc. So 10th of October was just recently and got a really good price on this, so I splashed out on it. So I like to do like some walking and talking type stuff, or I want to do more of it. But I got a great camera now, the Sony Zv1. It's got some built-in image stabilization stuff, but I don't really like using it because you kind of lose out a bit on the picture quality. And with a static tripod, I'm a bit bouncy. Yeah, it's a bit sway, it's not very good. I do have one of these. It's a Crane M2. It does work perfectly with my Sony camera. But I'm still going to use this. It's still going to be great for them scenery shots or that kind of stuff, telling the story shots. But for the walk and talk, there's times where I've been using this, and although it's got great controls, really easy joystick, trigger buttons, you do have to be really careful with it. It takes a little time to set the camera up on it, and the ability just to sort of fling it back in your bag, throw it in your pocket, you do have to be really careful with it. So although I'm still going to use it in terms of sort of walking and talking. Oh, sorry, cat's around. Hello Daisy. Started talking now. So yeah, still going to be using this, but the advantages of having something with great image stabilization, something so small, it just fits in the palm of my hand, so I can get it out, use it, throw it back in my pocket. It's also got a wide angle lens on it, so that's just going to make it a lot easier to sort of hold close to me and get a good image. And yeah, it looks pretty cool too. And also with the combo kit, you get this sort of joystick attachment, so you can control the zoom and other settings on it really easily. So yeah, looking forward to using that. Hoping the microphone on it's pretty good as well. I've heard mixed reports, but it seems all right. Anyway, so the crux of this video is that I've just received this and some memory cards, and I've just been swapping around memory cards in some of my kit. And it's just sort of dawned on me that I've got quite a bit of kit, like amassed a few bits of camera stuff and everything and recording equipment. And I'm no expert, in fact I'm a complete amateur on pretty much all of it. I just kind of know how to use each piece to the lengths that I need to use it. So there's so much more scope for me to learn about this stuff, which I am in the process of doing on some of it. But anyway, I got it all out. I thought I'd do a bit of a boys style show and tell, because we like to do those sort of things. Stuff I got, why I got it, and what I think about it. So I'll just start you off with this one. This is my original, well, vlogging camera, YouTube camera I suppose. I bought this nearly 4 years ago. It's Canon G7x Mark Ii, so it's pretty famous. Loads of people have been using these. It's pretty much like when I needed to get a camera, I just looked like what camera do most vloggers use, and this, yeah, came up. But I didn't know anything about cameras back then, and I'm kind of guessing a lot of people that brought this probably didn't either, because it's not the most practical camera for vlogging. It's great, it's got a great feel to it. I love the look of it. It's like modern with a bit of retro in my eyes. The controls are really easy, the buttons are nice and chunky, the menus aren't too complicated on it. I like the flip up, how it does that. That's like a really nice display to watch yourself. But the biggest drawback with this is there's no port for an external microphone. And it wasn't until I got in some windy conditions by the beach and up the mountain, and I went through my footage again and realised it didn't have very good sound quality. I even then, when I was back in England one time, went and brought a Rode wireless microphone, not knowing at that point that there wasn't even a microphone slot on the camera. That's just sort of how little knowledge I had about it. Got this next to the camera and was like, so where does this go? Ah, really? There's no slot for it? Yeah, so that was kind of a massive drawback, and hence why I got the Sony Zv1. Now I've recently come back to sort of playing around with this camera a little bit after using my Sony, and it is actually a really good camera. And I said about the menu system being quite simple. It is really simple, and some of the manual settings on it, it's very easy to configure, and I do like it. And it actually does take an awesome photo as well. Like it's a really good camera, and I do still use it for certain things. one of them things being right now, because I'm going to swap over to show you my Sony Zv1. So this is a Sony Zv1. We're using a built-in microphone. So we're going to go from that to the Canon G7x Mark II with its built-in microphone. Yeah, I haven't set any of the settings up on this, so it's just base automatic, so it does look kind of bad. Anyway, do bear with me. And my eyes are drawn to the big display screen above the lens. Anyway, so this is my Canon Zv1. Hopefully you can see this real good. And it is a lovely camera. Do like screen sliding out to the side. For some reason it does make it a lot less distracting than the screen right above the lens like this one. But yeah, this is great. I actually did my research on this one, and yeah, it's a lot more options on the menu screens, a lot more things to configure, a lot more choice, a lot more control. Also, the microphone on this is awesome. I don't know how the sound's going to sound now on this Canon. It was never too bad, but this is awesome. It's also got the little windshield, and it's got the ports to put in external mics as well. So like, this is my workhorse, my powerhouse. I've been using this the last year. It feels great in the hand. Everything's just right. Definitely recommend this camera. This camera is awesome. Love it. And now we're back on it. I think there is probably going to be a noticeable difference between qualities. Right, anyway, moving on. So I went and brought Sony A7 III back in January after I got out of quarantine. Well, New Year. Now, I have a lot to learn about this camera. In the last 10 months, I haven't had a lot of opportunity to use it because we haven't really been going anywhere. But did my research again and wanted a camera that I could take great photos with and take great videos with. I'm quite well versed in the Sony that I'm using now, so the menu systems and everything are pretty much the same, but with a heap more features. And something that was generally user-friendly for an amateur. And yeah, with the stock lens on it as well, this 2870, it's a heck of a piece of kit. I mean, I'm only scratching the surface of how I've been using it, and I got a lot more to learn. But I just want to start taking great photos. And if you've seen some of my previous videos, you'll know that when we go places, Kim, she's got her selfie stick everywhere. And like, Thai people, Thai women, love to take photos, love to take selfies. And my photography skills are pretty bad, really bad. To the point that Kim's gone and got herself a selfie stick because she'd rather take her own photos with a remote and have me take them for her. So I am trying to get better, to learn more, start taking great photos. And I mean, I've taken some great photos already in the few places we've been, Calcor and around home, and yeah, it's a beast. The only thing I'd probably like to get next to it would be maybe like an 85mm lens for it, just to get them much better portrait shots. But from the 28 to the 70, yeah, there's a lot of versatility in it. I don't know enough about it to sing its praises enough, pretty much. But yeah, what an amazing camera. Probably the next piece of kit I got that I do use, and I enjoyed using this back in January when we were in Comac. Hopefully we'll be going somewhere soon to use it again, is my drone. This is a DJI Mavic Mini. Picked this up in England before I left. And yeah, I mean, it's been so long now since I've flown it. I just use it off my phone. My phone slots in underneath the control pad and we run the app on my phone to fly it. It's really quite simple to set it up. What's not quite so simple is just getting used to the controls to have full control over it. But yeah, I mean, it took some great photos. Go and check out that video. I mean, for a mini drone, the camera quality was great. I don't know the specs right now to tell you about the camera. 720, I think, max. But yeah, the image quality is great. This drone is so stable. It's got a bit of battle damage. We had 2 decent crashes in Comac. The propellers are a little chipped. I think if they get too chipped, that sort of affects the stabilization, but we've got spares that come with the kit. This was quite cheap. And there's a new version of this out now as well, with I think an updated camera, and it's all about the battery life. This comes with 3 batteries. This is the charging pack. Battery is the heaviest thing, probably counts like 70% of the weight of this thing. I think each battery, like safely, is about 15 or so minutes on full record. Maybe push it to 20 if you haven't got your drone too far away, you're scared about it dying. Yeah, great piece of kit. Really happy I got this, and I can't wait to start using it some more. Okay, so yeah, I guess the Sony, the Zv1, the A7 III, the Mavic Mini, and now what's going to be the Pocket 2 is going to be like my mainstay kit. Also got some other toys. One thing I probably should say is I got these. I got the Rode Go microphone kit. I've also got the little, I don't know what you call it, pocket clip microphone attachment for this as well. So these are great. Like, I'll go off and I'll do like my voiceovers and stuff with these. If I'm in the car, I can plug them in and use them. The receiver clips right into where the windshield is on my camera and can clip straight into the camera from there. That's really easy. The sound quality is great, just talking into it as well. You can even put a little windshield directly on it, on the top of it. What's really good about these is the quality is so good. You've just got so much more scope in post to edit. Like with the camera, like I learned to take all my photos in RAW format, because that's like half the fun, is like taking the photo but then taking it over to Photoshop or Lightroom and having some real fun with it and trying to make like this amazing image. So yeah, Rode Go, very handy piece of kit. We've also got, this is like a little camera. It's kind of like my cheap way out of not buying a GoPro, is when we went to the Maldives last year, or Maldives 2 years ago, we knew we'd be doing a lot of snorkeling and I wanted to be taking some underwater photos and videos. Yeah, and this is just a Fuji XP. It's probably a bigger name to it, but it's an underwater camera, totally waterproof. And yeah, we put it through its paces. Some great videos, some great photos. That was back before I started making YouTube videos. Yeah, maybe in the future, if we go back somewhere in the south of Thailand, did a bit of snorkeling, try this out again. But this was cheap. This was really cheap. I just brought this for Kim, really. But I was the one that ended up doing more snorkeling underwater and like chasing sharks and photographing turtles and stuff. So really good piece of kit. And the last camera I got in my box is, for some reason, a Nikon Coolpix. So I had this camera for years before my smartphone camera kind of caught up. I don't know how this has made it out to Thailand. It came with me like 3 years ago and it's just stayed here, but probably not going to use it again. Sorry, little Nikon, but I don't know. It's there for the memories, but this is a really cool camera. I suppose actually the last camera that I use an awful lot is on my phone. So I got an A51 and I just brought this last year as a stopgap after my last iPhone died. And it takes amazing photos. Like, yeah, really bright, vivid. It's got a great wide angle lens on it as well. The videos on it are really good. Yeah, and it's my first Android phone and I've fallen in love with it and I'm not going to replace it until I need to. Love it. Right, there you go guys, that's like my little show and tell, all my little kit I got going on at the moment. No plans to get anything else yet, and yeah, pretty set up, just waiting now for Thailand to open, us to get all ready, all the right papers and the jabs and everything else, and off we go. Right, cheers guys, thanks for watching, be safe, see you soon.